The gun trembled inches from his chest. The billionaire froze, heart racing. But before he could move, a black waitress stepped forward. Her voice steady, her eyes unshaken. In a room full of fear, she was the only calm. Her courage silenced the chaos. The robbers didn't know it. The customers didn't know it. But this billionaire would never forget. This is the untold story of the night one woman's strength changed everything. Welcome, story lovers. Where are you watching from? Comment the name of your city. It was a late Friday evening at a quiet diner tucked on the edge of the city. The place wasn't fancy. Flickering neon lights, the smell of fried food and booths worn down from decades of use. But it was home for Alana, a young black waitress who carried the place with her quiet resilience. She had a way of making even the loneliest customer feel seen. To her, every order mattered. Every plate was served with pride, even if the tips barely kept her afloat. That night, she moved between tables with her usual calm grace, unaware that one of her customers was no ordinary man. A billionaire sat quietly in the corner, unnoticed, studying her. He wasn't watching the food, he was watching her. He saw strength hidden in her eyes, and soon he would see something that would change both of their lives forever. The bell above the door rattled violently as three masked men stormed inside. Shouts filled the air, and the diner's fragile peace shattered. Customers froze. Someone screamed. A gun waved in the air, catching the light of the neon sign. The billionaire tensed, heart pounding, ready to duck under the table. But what struck him wasn't the chaos. It was Alana. She didn't flinch. She didn't panic. Instead, she stepped forward, her voice steady, her movements slow. "Take what you want. No one needs to get hurt," she said, guiding trembling customers to stay calm. The men barked orders, knocking over chairs, demanding wallets and purses. The billionaire, dressed in plain clothes, remained just another face in the crowd. No one knew who he was, but his eyes never left her. As the robbers grew restless, one slammed his hand against the counter, shouting at Alana. The diner shook with fear, but she stayed composed, offering them the register, even sliding a tray of bills toward them with unwavering hands. The billionaire couldn't believe it. While everyone else was paralyzed, she was holding the room together. In her courage, he saw something rare, grace under fire. But just as the robbers turned toward the exit, one caught sight of the billionaire's expensive watch glinting under the dim lights. He was about to become the next target. The gunman raised his weapon, pointing it directly at the billionaire's chest. Gasps rippled through the diner. In that frozen instant, the billionaire's wealth meant nothing. He was just another man staring down the barrel of fear. But Alana stepped between them. Her body shook, but her eyes didn't. She whispered, steady and firm, urging the robber to take the cash, not lives. Her calmness slowed his rage, like a flame fighting the pull of water. Seconds stretched like hours. The gun wavered, then lowered. The robbers grabbed the cash and fled into the night, leaving the diner in stunned silence. The billionaire stared at Alana, realizing he had just witnessed something priceless. Courage born not of privilege, but of survival. Dear audience, if you're enjoying the story, don't forget to give it a like. It really helps. When the police arrived, the billionaire quietly revealed his identity. The staff gasped, but he only had eyes for Alana. She had saved lives, not with money, but with composure and strength. Days later, the story spread nationwide. News anchors spoke of the waitress who stood tall in the face of danger. But behind the headlines was a deeper truth. For Alana, calm wasn't a choice, it was survival. Something every black woman in America knew too well. The billionaire made a decision that shocked the world. He funded scholarships in her name, invested in her community, and ensured her bravery would never be forgotten. But the question remains, how many Alanas does it take before society values their courage without tragedy first? Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories and new videos.